Hello to the beautiful collectives out there. Welcome to my channel, Astro, and this is your monthly forecast for June 2026. Okay, and before we get into the signs, I just want to share with you that on the 31st of May at 9 degrees, we have a full blue moon in Sagittarius. And this is the second full moon in May. All right, and that's happening on the 31st, as I said. So we're going to be entering into June with that energy of that once upon a time or once in a lifetime energy from this full blue moon. Okay, so set your intentions high and watch what happens. Okay, so this happens every 2 to 3 years. So this is once every blue moon. You know how that saying goes. And let's see. You may be seeking honest answers about your life's purpose during this time. This culmination and illumination brings hidden feelings to the surface. Unresolved questions may come up, or long avoided decisions that have been brewing since the previous full moon, which was the first one in Scorpio. Okay, so the new moon in Gemini is on the 14th of June, and this will be at 24 degrees, happening at 7:54 p.m. Pacific time. And at the end of June, we have a full moon, and that's on the 29th in Capricorn at 8 degrees. And Chiron is moving into Taurus and will stay there for approximately 8 years. Okay? Chiron is the wounded healer, and it is going to help you release those patterns around your self-worth and your value system as well. So, and it's also about, how you show up in your emotional world. But being in the sign of Taurus, it has to do with security. It has to do with your money. It has to do with your steadiness and your material things. Okay, do you value yourself on the external things in your life, or is your worth internal? So these are the energies that's going to be playing out for the next year, next 8 years for all of us to heal those insecure areas in our life that has to do with, our self-worth. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into your forecast for the month of June. So I will see you on the other side. Hello to my beautiful Capricorn risings out there. Welcome to my channel, Astro, and this is your monthly forecast for June 2026. Now, I did an intro about the highlights for June. However, I want to point out one highlight because it's really important, and that is Chiron moving into the sign of Taurus, and it will stay there until 2034. And during this transit is going to be digging up how you feel about your self-worth and what you value. So wherever that area is, we'll talk about in a little bit, is going to be the place of focus for you for the next 8 years. Okay? So on the 1st of June, we have Mercury entering Cancer, and this is happening in your 7th house of one-on-one relationships, partnerships, business partners, legal contracts, open enemies, and family. So this is a good time to resolve misunderstandings. Have those talks with your partner about that, or discuss relationship issues that have been simmering underneath. You may feel the need to check in emotionally with people you care about, and you may tend to overanalyze your relationships. Okay? So this is in Cancer, and you do what you have to do. All right, so on the 9th, we have Venus conjunct Jupiter, and this is happening in Cancer in your 7th house. These are both benefic planets. They are here to give you the goodness, and this has to do with relationships of all types for you. So they're bringing a lot of help. Okay, so this transit may bring a new relationship through a partner, client, collaborator, or public contact. Okay, your existing relationships may feel softer, more affectionate, and more cooperative. Good news around marriage, engagement, counseling, or reconciliation can surface. See, I told you. All right, so on June the 13th, Venus moves into Leo in your 8th house, and this is the house of death, transformation. This is the house of intuition, psychological issues, shared finances, other people's money, taxes, loans, banking, that type of stuff. Okay? So it's in the sign of Leo. And Leo is about, shining bright and drama. So you could be seeking intimacy that's more expressive, and you both seek connections that's both heartfelt and bold. Your sexual and emotional connections may feel transformative and creative. People find you magnetic and attractive, and you may attract intense or mysterious partners who provoke growth. Wow. Control, jealousy, and vulnerability can surface as well. Power and boundary work are necessary. Yeah. Yeah. Good idea. All right, so this is Capricorn Rising. On the 14th, we have the new moon in Gemini. And this is happening in your 6th house of health, your work, your daily routines, and of course your co-workers, your authority figures, subordinates. Okay, so this new moon in Gemini is saying set concrete goals for your body, rest, and daily routines, sleep schedule, hydration, stretching, or a 21-day mini reset. Okay, and take notes. Streamline workflows or start a small side project that helps others, like your coworkers, clients, and local community. Okay, on the 19th, we have Chiron moving into Taurus, and this is happening in your house of joy, your 5th house. Wow. So there's some changes going on in that house for you. All right, your 5th house is about your creativity, hobbies, your romance, children, and speculation. You will experience wounds around creative expression and confidence. Old shame about showing your talents or being seen may reappear. You may feel vulnerable about your attractiveness, sensuality, or the value of what you create. You may have sensitive memories connected to dating, being noticed, or your role as a parent, or the desire for children can arise. Your lesson is to rebuild your confidence and joy. Okay? And this is going to be an 8-year period, so it's really going to change you for the better. So the summer solstice begins on the 21st, and we have the sun in Cancer, and this is happening in your 7th house of relationships of all kinds. So you may need more closeness, reassurance, and home-like comfort with a partner, like more cuddles, family style time, or discussions about commitments in your existing relationships. You may want to address issues, renegotiate boundaries, or consciously work to create more harmony and safety in your relationships. So on the 28th, we have Mars entering Gemini, and this is happening in your house, your 6th house of work, routine, health, co-workers, authority figures as well. So you may feel mentally restless, quicker to speak up, and more eager to tackle several tasks at once. You use more workload responsibilities to stay productive. More direct communication with coworkers or clients may feel rushed and may create friction. So just beware here with Mars there. He's action oriented. So on the 29th, we have Mercury going retrograde, and this is happening in your 7th house of relationships. And with Mars going retrograde, there could be misunderstandings or overstandings. So old patterns, misunderstandings, or unfinished conversation with partners, ex-partners, or frequent collaborators may show up. You may take things personal when they are not, you may take things personal or take others' words as deeper criticism or affections than intended. What am I saying? Take others. Okay, so I'm going to just let that go. I made some oversight here. So miscommunications, mixed signals, and ghosting messages are more common. People may retract, forget, or replace or rephrase what was said, which leads to confusion or hurt feelings. Okay? Now, we're going to the 29th with the full moon, and that'll be the last thing for you for this month. Capricorn Rising. You have a full moon in Capricorn, and this is happening in your 1st house, okay? Your 1st house is about your appearance, how others see you, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you look, and the way you carry yourself, okay? This is how other people see you. All right. Now, how do you see yourself? That's also a part of the 1st house. Okay, you have a strong focus on your appearance, confidence, and the way others see you. You have a need to balance your independence with relationship demands. You are more sensitive and your emotions are visible, and you may react to others quickly, rather quickly. Okay, so just be in control here. So, Capricorn Rising, this is your forecast for June 2026. And until next time, bye for now.